Hello students, today we will talk about parallel axis theorem. It is a very useful theorem whenever we have to find the mass moment of inertias of different bodies along different axes. So it is a very simple theorem to understand. So let me explain this theorem first. Suppose we have a rigid body and this is the center of gravity of that rigid body, and let us say from that center of gravity one axis is passing and that axis is labeled as b dash b, and let us say we know the moment of inertia of this particular body along that particular axis, means centroidal axis labeled as b dash and b. Let us say that particular moment of inertia is given by I bar b dash. Now suppose the mass of the body is m, given as m, and now we want to find the moment of inertia of this particular body about any other axis which is parallel to its centroidal axis. So that axis is labeled as a dash, and this axis is parallel to its own centroidal axis, and now we want to find its moment of inertia about that particular axis. So let us say the distance of that axis is at d units from its centroidal axis. So if I know the moment of inertia of this particular body along its own centroidal axis, then I can easily find its moment of inertia about any other axis which is parallel to its centroidal axis by this particular equation. So moment of inertia of this particular body about a dash will be equal to sum of the moment of inertia of this particular body about its own centroidal axis, that is I bar b dash, plus m d square, where m is the mass of the body and d is the distance between those two axes. So it is a very simple theorem, and it is very useful theorem in the problems of mass moment of inertia. So what it says that if you know the moment of inertia of any particular body about its own centroidal axis, and if you want to find its moment of inertia about any other axis which is parallel to its centroidal axis, and you know the mass of the body and you know the distance between those two axes, then you can use this particular equation to find that moment of inertia. So let us now read the definition also. What he says, it states that if the moment of inertia of a body about an axis through its center of gravity, that is centroidal axis, is denoted by I bar b dash, then moment of inertia of the body about any other axis, let us say a dash, parallel to the first axis, that is centroidal axis, and at a distance d from the center of gravity is given by this particular equation. So you must remember this particular theorem because you will be using this particular theorem when you will solve some problems on mass moment of inertia. Thank you very much.